Hey there, welcome back to my channel, it's me the Mind Injector, and here's the big question for today. Could NIO stock finally be gearing up for a huge turnaround? Is it possible that this stock could not only bounce back, but soar beyond expectations? Stick around because what's happening with NIO right now could change everything. We're talking about big numbers, new models, and bold strategies. Now, let's get into the thick of it. If you've been following NIO's journey, you know it hasn't been an easy ride. Wild fluctuations, bankruptcy rumors, capital raises, it's been a roller coaster. But NIO has always been at the forefront of the electric vehicle revolution in China, a market that's miles ahead of the US in EV adoption. Their luxury electric vehicles have gained a loyal following. And now, the company is showing it's ready to take things to the next level. Let's break down the recent numbers. NIO just had a stellar second quarter, despite a rough first half of 2024 where the stock dropped over 50%. The second quarter, though, flipped the script. NIO delivered over 57,000 vehicles, split between 32,500 premium electric SUVs and 24,800 premium electric sedans. That's a massive 143.9% increase from the same quarter last year and a 90.9% jump compared to the first quarter of 2024. But it's not just about delivering more cars. Vehicle margins improved to 12.2%, which is up significantly from 6.2% last year and 9.2% in the previous quarter. Revenue also saw a sharp increase, hitting $2.4 billion. A 98.9% rise year over year and a 76.1% boost from first quarter 2024. What's even better? NIO's net loss narrowed by 16.7%, showing that despite challenges, the company is inching closer to profitability. CEO William Li seems pretty confident that this momentum will continue, stating that third quarter should break another record for vehicle deliveries. So, things are looking up. But is that enough to drive long-term success? One of NIO's most exciting moves is the launch of its second brand, Onvo, which just hit the assembly line. The Onvo L60 is set to go head-to-head with Tesla's Model Y in China. And here's the kicker, the L60 is priced around $4,000 cheaper than the Model Y. That price difference could be huge for buyers on the fence about which EV to go with. On top of that, NIO is planning to open over 100 Onvo stores across China, which should accelerate the adoption of this new brand. In fact, NIO is counting on Onvo to fuel a big part of its future growth. To give you some context, NIO has already delivered over 128,000 vehicles this year through August, which is up 35.8% from last year, and that's before the Onvo really hits its stride. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Onvo is just the beginning. NIO has another brand in the works, Firefly, an even more affordable option that will target the mass market with prices ranging from $14,000 to $28,000. If NIO can successfully launch these brands, they won't just be competing with Tesla. They'll be attacking the entire spectrum of the EV market, from luxury to mass market buyers. One thing that makes NIO stand out is its battery as a service model and its impressive battery swapping technology. This isn't just a clever marketing trick, it's a genuine solution to one of the biggest concerns EV buyers have: range anxiety. With NIO's battery swap stations, instead of waiting hours for a charge, drivers can swap out their depleted battery for a fully charged one in just minutes. NIO's network is already vast. As of August, they've installed over 2,500 battery swap stations globally, with more than 800 of them located on China's expressways. These stations have performed over 50 million battery swaps, and NIO's new Power Up Counties plan is set to accelerate the expansion of this network across China, with a goal of bringing battery swapping to thousands of counties by the end of next year. This move is a big deal. It could help NIO scale its business even faster, especially with its newer, more affordable EVs coming to market. Now, let's talk about NIO's financials. NIO has yet to turn a profit, and it lost almost $1.5 billion in the first half of this year alone. But here's the thing, NIO's stock has surged over 40% in the last month. Why? Because investors are seeing potential in the company's strategic moves, and it's not all doom and gloom. NIO ended second quarter with $5.7 billion in cash. That's a solid cushion as they continue to invest in expanding their brand, infrastructure, and technology. NIO's vehicle deliveries surged in 2020 and 2021, but slowed to 32% growth in 2022 and 31% in 2023 due to supply chain issues, economic challenges, and price cuts by Tesla. This slowdown led to a drop in vehicle margins from 20.2% in 2021 to 9.5% in 2023, and NIO stock fell sharply from $62.84 in 2021 to under $4 in 2023. However, recent improvements in deliveries and margins show signs of recovery. NIO expects up to 63,000 deliveries in third quarter 2023, aided by new vehicle launches and brand expansions. Analysts predict its revenue will grow 23% in 2023 with a 27% CAGR through 2026. Before we get into the exciting details, let me introduce you to Moomoo Financial. If you open a brokerage account with Moomoo and deposit at least $1 using the link in the description, you'll get a chance to draw a free stock worth up to $2,000. But that's not all. If you make a net deposit of $100 or more, you'll receive not just one, but 5 free stocks worth up to $2,000 each. And if you're really serious about investing, you can deposit $1,000 or more and get a whopping 15 free stocks, bringing your potential earnings to a staggering $30,000. So sign up now using the link in the description and get those free stocks. Now let's get back to the video. With the launch of Onvo, the upcoming Firefly brand, and their continued leadership in battery swapping tech, NIO could be poised for a major breakout. But there's no denying the challenges ahead. The EV market is competitive, and NIO has to keep innovating to stay ahead, especially as they battle both local competitors in China and global giants like Tesla. So, is NIO a stock you should consider adding to your portfolio? If you're an aggressive investor who believes in the potential of NIO's strategy and isn't afraid of some risk, now might be a good time to jump in. On the other hand, if you prefer a more cautious approach, you might want to watch how Onvo performs and whether NIO can continue to scale its operations successfully. One thing's for sure, NIO is not slowing down. They've got bold plans, big ambitions, and the technology to back it all up. The question is, will NIO ride the wave of momentum and turn this into sustainable long-term growth? We'll have to wait and see, but it's shaping up to be an exciting ride. This is it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and please make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below.